Hello, this is Cosano Titan. Today I am going to be reviewing a very small box but big animal game called Chomp. So let's get into Dad for the overview. To set up Chomp, you will first create a deck of 9 cards for each player. You will also set aside the extinct dinosaur tokens, the eggs, and these are the deluxe pieces. You'll get cardboard in the regular game, but so these are nice wooden chunky pieces. Once you have your deck shuffled and your pieces, you also will have this nice dry erase board to score. Then each player will get 1 card to start their dinosaur preserve. Then you will put out 3 scoring cards. I don't think I have that far enough down. So 3 scoring cards here. And then you will flip 3 of them on the dinosaur preserve side. And that is your setup. Now, in each person's turn, they will either take a point scoring card, these are endgame scoring cards, or they will take a card and add it to their preserve. So if they take one of these cards, they will shift this down, flip it over, and then add another point card. Now, if they decide then to take one of these cards, they will just take a card from the top of here and add it to the tableau. Each player will have 8 turns, so they will have a total of 9 cards with the first card that they started with, and then all the other cards. Now, those might be point cards or they might be the preserve cards, and that is how a player turn happens. Now, I'll show you how each person will be placing their cards in their preserve, and then we'll go to endgame scoring. So as I said before, each player will start with 1 card to start their preserve, but then as they draw cards, they will be adding them to their preserve. So you could place them adjacent to the card. You could also cover 1 square. You could cover 2 squares, and you could cover 3 squares. Now, there is an example where you wouldn't be able to cover 3 squares. So say we had this here, hypothetically, we would not be able to cover a half of a large dinosaur. But other than that, you can cover every other tile on the card. Another thing to take note of is anytime you place a card and there is an egg on your card, which I had just placed, and you have a nest already in your preserve, you would put an egg on a nest, and this is worth 2 points at the end of the game. Now let's get to the end game and see how you score these. So this is what your dinosaur preserve may look like at the end of the game. Now, the first thing you're going to do is assess herds next to tar pits. So a herd is 1 or more dinosaurs of the same size and type. So this is a herd and this is a herd, and they're next to a tar pit. Well, a tar pit just kills dinosaurs. So all of these dinosaurs are dead because they are next to a tar pit. And then you would assess carnivores and if they are able to eat. So for instance, these dinosaurs here are next to a meat square. So they that whole herd eats here. So these ones are fine and they stay alive. This dinosaur here, he does not have anything to eat because there's a wall here that blocks him to any other dinosaur, so he is eaten. Now, this dinosaur here is not next to a meat tile, but it is next to a dinosaur that is the same size or smaller. They don't get any smaller than these ones, right? So he would eat that dinosaur and he would stay alive. Now, this dinosaur here could eat this size herbivore or that size herbivore. and the large one would be able to eat any of them. So, and you eat the whole herd. So if there was more herbivores, small herbivores next to this, that dinosaur would eat all of them. So then, after you have determined your carnivores, this one also would be dead, then you would see what herbivores were able to eat. So this herbivore could eat because there's a leafy square here. This one would be able to eat. These two would be able to eat. This one would be able to eat. And then these ones here, because this is not part of that herd and this is different than that, would not be able to eat. So now, once you have figured out what dinosaurs have went extinct, you would tally up using this score pad here, right? And the large dinosaurs are worth 3 points. The medium dinosaurs are worth 2 points, and the small dinosaurs are worth 1 point. And then each egg is worth 2 points. And then you would look at your goal cards. So, for instance, if I had, say, this goal card, I wouldn't do that great, but this one would give me 1, 2, 3 points. Or this one here, it says 2 points per fed herd adjacent to a nest. So this one as well, I didn't do great, but this herd is next to a nest, so I would get 2 points. This one here is 2 points per plant eaten by a herbivore. So we would get 2 points here, we get 2 points here, and 2 points here. So that would be 6 points. So I did pretty good on that one. And then you total all your points, and that is how you play Chomp.
So to start out with Chomp, this game is very interesting. I mean, it doesn't have like a mind-blowing theme, and it's not like super detailed art-wise, and it just doesn't pop out to me when I see the front of the box. But it's really what lies inside that makes this game really cool. So first, there are Kickstarter components to when you use these Kickstarter components, the regular components just pale in comparison. Like, just the way you pick them up and the way they feel in your hands, like, these people coordinate that right off the bat. Like, they know what you'll like and what you don't. So I think it's 100% worth the component upgrade. And another thing I like is some card laying or tile laying games can be a little bit complicated. They can require a lot of strategy, which for some people, like if you're playing against someone who knows what they're doing, they're just going to smoke you. But for this game, all you're doing is you're laying down 9 cards, which seems like that's so minimal. Well, yeah. You lay down cards and then you score your dinosaurs at the end of the game. And you would think in this small box, you'd be like, Oliver, that's it? You really, like, that's really it? Well, what amazes me is how much they actually fit into the box. Like, you have to lay down and be able to feed your dinosaur with, like, plants. And you have to make sure you're distracting the bigger dinosaurs so they can eat the other dinosaurs so they don't go extinct. And also tar pits, you have to get those away from your dinosaurs if you don't want them to die. And even you can lay eggs that can score you points at the end of the game. And that's, like, amazingly, that is only half of the game. It functions a little bit like Point Salad, which I'm assuming some of you know. So you can grab point cards that help you score. And when you look at the cards and you read them, you're like, when am I ever going to use this? This is such a specific card that, am I really going to find out? But that means it, like, can pretty much give people points at any situation they're in. Like, they can be like, well, like, I'm killing all my dinosaurs. And they can get a point card that literally says every dinosaur you kill is 1 point. And I actually recently played a game where somebody won off that. So the point cards can change the whole game. And, like, I just think it's amazing how, like, they could fit that much into this small box. And, of course, you know, with most small box games, they are pretty short. And I think when I said 9 cards, it could have been like, well, that's kind of short, and it is, and I would rather it being longer, because what really satisfies my board game playing experience is when the game is around 45 to 60 minutes. This game is a little short to even kind of do much. I mean, obviously it isn't the most like strategic game, but it is a little short to where I'm just like, the next game. But it is a really good game to start the night with and end the night with if you just want to get a quick game in. And then also, if you want to build your tableau building skills and your card or tile laying skills, then this game will be a great game to start out with, because it builds those skills in a very simple way that can help you in future games that are a little bit trickier and that require a little bit more strategy. And yeah, like if you see this game and there's someone at the table who just doesn't really like gaming, or always loses to the person that strategically blows them out in the game, then this game would be a perfect game. And yes, I do like this game. It wouldn't be the first game that I'd pull off the shelf. But, of course, if I see that one person at the table that is trying to build their skills in board games, then I would totally pull out Chomp for them, because it is a very interesting game. Alright, that is what I like about Chomp. Outro. If you like this deadly but quaint review, then please smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, and smash the notification bell. If you want to see more long-form videos like this one, short-form videos, and even live streams, then please hit that, because those other kinds of videos are also super entertaining. And I even play video games, which is crazy. And also, go and click my link tree, where you can get links to my YouTube, of course, and my Facebook and Instagram, where you can get pictures of a bunch of behind-the-scenes things. Also, check out my store, my merch store, because we sell a bunch of really soft and comfortable hoodies, shirts, and even long-sleeved hooded shirts. Very long title. And also check out my Dice Tower playlist, where I have all of my appearances on the Board Game Breakfast. And alright guys, I think that's it. Have a nice day. See you guys later. Bye.